Hey, good morning. How y'all doing? It is, well, Red Beard. It's a damn fine day to talk about a book. We are here for Beard on King, episode 4, where I dive deep into the works of Stephen King. Rereads on most, some of them are new to me books. And in this one, we're going to talk about Joyland. It is the second in a series, I think a series of 3 hard case crime books that he put out. The first one being The Colorado Kid. This is the second one. And then most recently in March 2021, he put out Later. Later is the last one we did. So in this Beard on King, I'm kind of all over the place. I started with Billy Summers, went all the way back and did Salem's Lot. Then I did Later. Now I'm doing Joyland, and I'm actually currently working on The Shining. So kind of wanted to go chronologically, but I'm not. But that's okay. This is it's a fun book. It really is. I mean, I love theme park stories, theme park horror. I mean, I would say that this is definitely way more crime than horror, but there are horror elements there. I mean, there is a carny killer on the loose. They're not really on the loose, kind of in hiding, I guess you would say. But there's reported hauntings in the Joyland horror house. But for me, more than that, more than the crime piece, more than the horror piece, this was about characters and the other parts of the story. Devin Jones is our main character, and I have to say, he's one of my favorite King characters of all time. Just an all-round good dude. He is taking a break, summer break from college, and going down to Carolina to work at Joyland. And he's got a girlfriend, and they're kind of on the outs or on their way to the outs. And it's kind of his. It's a really fast coming of age. It's a really fast growing up. It's a really fast discovery of what's important and what really matters, and I really just enjoyed that aspect of it. I mean, Devin Jones is a great character. So now, what I will say, like, if I've got negatives about the book, because again, I let myself slip into this and just enjoy it, but I will say that for me, the climax was a bit predictable. I mean, I knew who it was going to be pretty early on. Also, a lot of setup kind of goes in to give away how that issue is going to be resolved. I mean, how the final thing is going to happen. So it is a bit predictable, but again, I really just let myself enjoy it, and it's really kind of just again sparked all the old feelings, all the nostalgia of when I was a young kid, reading a bunch of Stephen King stuff back to back to back. So absolute fun. I mean, I think if I had to rate the book, I don't know that I liked it as much as Later, and I think I gave Later 4 stars. I mean, I think I'd probably be somewhere around 3.5 on this. Now, again, this is Stephen King, so we're not really. I mean, there are a lot of works to measure against each other. And what I'll say is I love the theme park elements. I love the character of Devin Jones. The reveals were a bit lackluster, and the climax was super predictable, in my opinion. The dog's gonna bark. That's how it's going around here. So I got like a neighbor like down the road that's moved in. They got this little bitty dog that keeps coming up here, and he knows that dog's out there somewhere, and he just loses his damn mind. He's blind, he can't see it, but I think it's heightened his hearing and his smell, and he's just losing his damn mind. He's going to give himself a heart attack. Sorry, I lost track. So anyway, back to this. I did the audio of it. Michael Kelly reads it. Michael Kelly is wonderful at reading this book. Just absolutely wonderful. I did a little bit of research on who did the cover, and I cannot remember who it was. Let me see if it gives credit here really quick. So it probably does, but I'm not going to find it. Design, no. Um, I'm blowing it. I'm blowing it. All right. So I don't know who did the cover. What I can say is that they're a classic hard case crime cover artist. They did a lot of movie like art for a bunch of big time like James Bond films, and I want to say like Breakfast at Tiffany's and things like that. It's got like 11 or 12 of these. Original cover painting by Glenn Orbick for Hard Case Crime. So it's a novel of Carney life and death, it says. So there's a lot of great like one-liners in here, and again, Michael Kelly does wonderful with the reading of it. And I want to share at least a couple of these things that I bookmarked. Let's see if I can find them. We'll go to bookmarks, and then I want to say the very first one might be, let's see if this works.
When it comes to the past, everyone writes fiction.
Oh, yeah. I tweeted that when I read it. When it comes to the past, everyone writes fiction. Killer line. I love that line.
I tried to reach Wendy from the butt.
Sorry about that. Let's try this one here. Let's see what this says.
Station, but her stepmom said she was out with Renee. When the bus got to Wilmington, I tried again, but she was still out with Renee. I asked Nate.
I don't think that's it. Hold on one second here. So... takes a sec.
Life is a roadmap. It's only when you get to be 25 or so that you begin to suspect that you've been looking at the map upside down.
Life is a roadmap. It's only when you get to 25 or so you begin to suspect that you've been looking at the map upside down.
And not until you're 40 are you entirely sure. By the time you're 60, take it from me, you're fucking lost.
By the time you're 60, take it from me, you're fucking lost. Love it. Love that shit. There's a couple more. I mean, there's a bunch, but there's one, I probably won't get to it, but it talked about you walking along the beach and there were fires along the beach, and it was like a burning, what was it? Some sort of burning chain of jewelry or something like that. Let me see what this one is. There's a lot of...
With those old fevers and deliriums long in my past, I still hope she was. Love leaves scars.
Love leaves scars. Some are clearly better than others, but there's one more that I really wanted you to hear. So this is like the last one I marked. It's near the end, and it talks about... so there's a disabled kid and his mother, and the kid, is... he's kind of end of life, and we know this. And Devin, meets him along the beach, and his mother's really cold at first, and eventually kind of lets him in. He helps the kid fly a kite, but his mother's of course super protective. It's that fine edge of I've got to protect him. He can get sick really easily, and then but he's going to die within a decent, a fairly short amount of time, no matter what I do. So I need to let him live. And so she's walking that edge. And again, Devin helps with the kite flying or whatnot, but he wants to take him to Joyland. He wants to take the kid to Joyland. And so they go to Joyland, and this is a line from that part. Let me see if I can get it.
All I can say is what you already know. Some days are treasure. Not many. But I think in almost every life, there are a few. That was one of mine. And when I'm blue, when life comes down on me and everything looks tawdry and cheap the way Joyland Avenue did on a rainy day, I go back to it. If only to remind myself that life isn't always a butcher's game. Sometimes the prizes are real. Sometimes they're precious.
Life isn't always a butcher's game. Sometimes the prizes are real. Sometimes they're precious. So this thing is chock full of great one-liners. It's got a phenomenal character in Devin Jones. Again, the ghost aspect to me, I'm not saying I didn't care about it as much, but this story was way more about the pretty bits than the mysterious bits. It was way more about the bits about life and love and doing the right thing and growing up, more so than it was about the fact that a young woman had been killed on this ride, had her throat slit, and they never found the killer. So look, there's a lot going on. Man, I can't give every King book 4 and 5 stars, but I'm going to take back my 3. Yeah, this was 4. I just really loved those parts. This is Joyland. I haven't really gone super deep into it. I think that these are definitely standalone. These 3 hard case crime books that he did. I did kind of Google. I didn't really catch anything. Like I didn't catch any ties to other books. I Googled it. Some people said there were like some loose nods to Duma Key. I want to say that someone said there was like a nod to maybe Revival. That doesn't sound right. That might be wrong. But so I didn't really feel any of that stuff there, and I don't know that there's supposed to be. Like recently when I did Billy Summers, there's ties to The Shining, ties to the Overlook Hotel, but just fun. Just falling back in love with the dude's work. Got to be honest. So this has been episode 4, Joyland. Fun book. Before that, we did Later and Salem's Lot and Billy Summers. So I'm working on The Shining now. I don't know where I will go from there. I mean, part of me wants to get Carrie done. I don't really have a desire to read Carrie, but because I know the story so well, I've seen the multiple films and read the book a couple times, but probably do it just for sanity's sake or for OCD sake. But I don't know where I'm going next, but I'm going, and it's fun. So this is Stephen King's Joyland. This is Well Read Beard on King. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying all your books as much as I am. If not, you're reading the wrong damn books.